Vasishta is with a celestial lady. They're at the Lokaloka mountains, which mark the boundary of the earth plane. He met her in outer space, and she wanted to show him where her universe existed. And apparently it existed in a rock on the Lokaloka mountains. So they've gone back to the rock. Vasishta continued. Then that celestial entered into the world within the rock. I too went with her. This is a bit strange, isn't it? Because back in chapter 66, they both saw that there was no world within the rock. Vasishta saw it was but a rock and there was no world in it. Where is your world with all its gods and demons, mountains and oceans, the world which you described so graphically? And the celestial agreed. She said, I now see that what I previously saw in the rock is only in me. It was by repeatedly projecting that vision and experiencing it in the rock that I thought that I saw it. Now that I do not so experience it, that vision has gone. So that was back in chapter 66, but now we're entering into that vision. We're entering into the vision of the world within a rock. And this is what we've got to do sometimes. We have to enter into our notions and engage with them. There she went to where the creator of that world was seated and sat in front of him. She then said to me, O sage, this is my husband. He created me in order to have me as his wife. However, he did not consummate that marriage. Now he and I are both aged. I have attained dispassion. He is not distracted from his meditation. Pray enlighten both of us concerning the root cause of this samsara, so that we may be liberated from it. So there's a surprise. This desiccated ascetic that this lady had married is none other than the creator of the world. Which means that she and Vasishta are of the same nature, because she was created by the Brahma of this world in order to be his wife. And in the same way, Vasishta was created by the Brahma of his world as well. He was a direct mind-created son of Brahma. The implication also is that the creator is not enlightened. So she's asking Vasishta to enlighten them both. Having said this, she awakened her husband, the creator, to ordinary consciousness, and said to him, Lord, behold the sage who has arrived at our abode. He is our guest. He is the son of the creator of another world. It is our duty as householders to honour and worship our guests. The creator of the other world, of the rock, opened his eyes. He became aware of his own limbs. These limbs were in fact different created beings who arose in that awareness. At once there appeared before him different types of beings, gods, demons, humans, etc. He saw me, and also his wife seated in front of him. He welcomed me and bade me to be seated on a bejeweled seat. I returned the salute and sat on the seat. There were celestial music and also singing of hymns. We all appropriately greeted one another. You can imagine this taking quite a long time. Then I asked the second Brahma, Lord, this celestial brought me here, and she said to me that I should instruct both of you in a way that you may both be enlightened. Is that right and appropriate? For you yourself are the Lord of all creatures and the Master of the highest wisdom. She is not overcome by desire. How is it that you created her to be your wife? And if that is a fact, how is it that you ignored her and did not consummate the marriage? So this Brahma seems to have withdrawn from his creation somewhat, and now roused by his wife back to awareness of the creation, the whole creation becomes manifest again. This is the fundamental process that is going on in us all the time. If we're an enlightenment practitioner, you rest in your own awareness, but there are times you have to get on with things, and so you have to engage with creation. You have to engage with the notions which are the parameters of this particular life stream. So let's get the lowdown on this celestial. The crater in the rock replied, "O sage, listen, and I shall tell you everything as it happened. There is only one consciousness which is unborn and tranquil. There arose in it a little movement, a vibration or a ripple. That is what I am. I am of the essential nature of pure space. I rest in the self. Since I arose without any cause or material, I am known as self-born. I have not been created at all, and I do not see anything. What is seen here is you and I, and what is seen as this dialogue between us are like two waves colliding in the ocean and making a sound. We are like the waves of the ocean, non-different from the ocean of infinite consciousness. We are but notions that spontaneously arise in it. This lady here, who appears to be different from it, has never been created, has not come into being at all. She is but a notion, a concept, a thought wave or psychological conditioning. This body is made of the trace of ego sense which existed in me, and she is but the presiding deity, as it were, of this ego sense. She is therefore neither my wife, nor was she created as one." So this ripple or vibration is the movement of the attention. This is what gives rise to the world appearance. You are an ocean, I am a notion, a dream object. Brahma is a notion, Vasishta is a notion, his wife is a notion. She was the ego sense, the longing which gives rise to the whole of the world appearance. But she's worked herself out and arrived at dispassion, and it's now time for this Brahma to finally leave the world appearance behind, which leads to the cosmic dissolution.